You alright everyone, it's Ace here from Roman Custom Catapults. So I've got a new build to show you all here, a new design. As you can see, it's a ambidextrous symmetrical build. First and foremost, symmetrical builds aren't really something that I go for, mainly because I'm a custom builder and you build a frame for one's hand for a left or a right hand hold. It's very rare you're going to get someone use both hands to shoot it. So for me, the only benefit in a full symmetrical build is that it maybe makes it a bit easier to sell if you want to sell it. I don't know, but either way, it's not something as a custom builder I'm a massive fan of. Also, they are very difficult to get right. They're difficult to build because obviously you're cutting and doing by hand. To get one side identical to the other is near impossible. I'd probably say it is impossible the way we do it, but we can get, as long as we're in there 97, 98%, it's good enough. Also, with a symmetrical build, it's hard to give you everything you need in terms of comfort and fit and whatnot. I just think it's easier. If you're doing a non-symmetrical build, you can do a thumb pad and a finger groove, and you can really cater for that hand, because let's be honest, your hand isn't symmetrical. So with a symmetrical build, it makes it more difficult. But nevertheless, there's a lot of custom builders out there that do various symmetrical designs, and I wanted to get on board that train just to see what I could do with a symmetrical design. So last year I tried, and I wouldn't say I failed. It's not a failed attempt, it's a learning curve, but the design that I came up with wasn't perfect, and I feel I've made the alterations to this design to make it as good as it can be. So we'll have a little look. First and foremost, I've gone with finger pads both sides. You've got to make a choice. You're either going for finger pads or you're going for thumb pads. I went for finger pads. It means you've got to grip slightly lower down the frame, but nevertheless, that's what I went for. I also kind of wrapped a hook on the bottom of the handle because I like it. Now to grip this frame, what you do, you get your top half of your hand in first. You get your finger in, you lock in the bottom of the hand, and then you kind of shuffle your thumb wherever you feel you want it best. For me, it's there. Now, also, this design is a very short design for a symmetrical build. It's 115 millimeters long, but I don't think it makes a difference. I've got small hands and it just sits on the bottom of my hand, and I think even smaller hands, it wouldn't make a difference. It would just kind of sit and countersink nicely. Do you know what I mean? I'm all about giving everything, trying to give everything you need and nothing you don't need, and I don't agree with having big long handles if they're not needed. That's my personal opinion. I've kept it nice and slender here, which I like slender much better. You get a better grip on the build. Also, if you want to chunk it out, you can chunk it out a little bit. I also went with a slightly thicker overall thickness than my usual Raptors, because it's a new design. I don't think it hurts to have a little bit thicker. It's around about 15 mils, so it's not massively thick, but slightly thicker than normal. As you can see, I pivoted that in so it doesn't get in the way of when you're holding it. And overall, I'm really, really happy with it. Double optics on each side, as was requested by the buyer. I'm really happy with this build. There's a couple of little marks in the G10. They're hard to see on the camera, little lines that go through it. They're not scratches or anything like that. It's just in the G10. It sometimes happens with G10 or any material. There can be marks that don't come out, and that's what that is. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. White marks around the pins now. It's an ongoing battle for me, these white marks around the pins. When I drilled this, I put 5mm pins in, slightly bigger than usual, just to change it up a bit. Now, I drilled these holes through this side with a brand fire new drill bit, and I didn't drill all the way through. I then changed the drill bit for another brand new drill bit and completed the rest of the drilling. Probably only about 1 mil, yet we've still got white rings. How do I avoid this? I mean, drill through one side, well, halfway through, and then drill back through this side. Doing that is risky, because if you miss the hole right, you can leave glue lines around it. It's a very risky game. So it's not all G10 and not all materials leave these lines. It's just certain G10s that do it. Certain colours do it more than others. So it's just one of them things, you know what I mean? It bugs the life out of me. I'm telling you all this because I don't want people watching the video and saying, oh, look, that's what he's done there with them white lines, that he could do better than that. Trust me, if I could, I would. It's the one thing that bugs me. We've got slanted tips. But yeah, like I say, overall, I'm really, really happy with the design. It grips really well, feels well in the hand, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking design. I don't think anyone could argue with that. It's a bit different than anything else that's out there. I'm not going to say it's massively different because there's so many designs out there now. It's hard to make something look completely different, but it is quite different. It's built of olive green G10. We've got black G10 liners that are faced with carbon. So if you look really close, it appears to have more layers than 5. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with it. The Anubis is what I've called it. I don't think I've brought up the name. The Anubis. Anubis is just a kind of cool name. There's no reason why I've called it that. I've looked at Anubis's headgear and whatnot. It's a very symmetrical look, so that's why I kind of called it that name. I did look down the Raptor road of putting it into the Raptor family, but it doesn't really have a Raptor claw at the bottom, and I don't know, the different Raptor names I thought of just wasn't really doing it for me, whereas Anubis I think is pretty goddamn cool. So yeah, I hope you all like it. We now have a symmetrical build on the RCC roster. And I'm happy with it. Like I say, it won't suit everyone because some people will prefer thumb pads each side, some people prefer these, but like I say, symmetrical is very, very difficult kind of build to get right. You can't give everyone everything, but I like it. I could happily shoot it. I could happily shoot it. And I just like the shortness of it as well. It's not too long. So there you have it, the RCC Anubis. Cheers everyone, and thanks for watching, and I'll get some more videos out soon. I have got more videos saved in my phone, but I'm just getting around to uploading them. It's just a bit of a nightmare with me. It takes me ages to upload stuff. I don't know why. It's just pure laziness, I suppose, but we'll get there. Hopefully get some shooting videos in as well now the weather's picking up. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed the design, and yeah, any feedback on it, feel free to give me. I know it's not going to suit everyone, but I hope it suits the people that want it. Anyway, ciao for now. See you all soon.